Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Top Flight Podcast. You know what it is? You know what we're here to do? Back on screen today. I'm with the boys, beautiful Austin, Texas, as always. We got Eric and we got B in here as well. Starting off with you, B. How are you, mate?
Doing good, bro. Doing great. Another midweek episode. We're cranking these out. So hope y'all enjoy this one too.
Yeah, we've gotten a good response so far. Obviously, the first two episodes that we've dropped midweek, the listenership, I guess, on it has been good. So it tells us that the fans like listening to some midweek episodes, and we've been cranking them out, just like B says, and we're going to keep on doing it. Thankfully, Austin FC always has something to talk about, and you can't
Yeah,
leave
for
out
sure.
international and European football. We also got Eric in here, the Top Flight Podcast stat and topic contributor, mate. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. We got a lot to talk about. I can't wait to get to it. Let's get it, guys. Let's get this episode rolling.
Let's
Woo!
go. I like that
Eric,
energy,
let's
mate.
get it.
Mate, mate. Okay, bro. Yes, just like Eric said, we do have a lot to talk about this episode. Austin FC announced a new signing. Also, we're going to preview a bit of the Austin FC 2 match is going to be this weekend against the Houston Dynamo 2. Also, we're going to give some love to our boys that are going to their international duty call-ups. We got Lil Vicen and Owen Wolf. And then we're going to get into some Champions League football, Europa football, and the international fixtures that are coming up this weekend for y'all. So, before we get into the Austin FC segment, just going to give a shout out real quick to the sponsor. Shout out to Lupe. If you have any questions on buying or selling a home, make sure to hit her up. Guadalupe Realtor. She is really good in that. She will help you out so much to make the process easy on you. Also, we got to send a shout out to our writers from WeAustinTV.com. Shout out to Scott, football critic, and my GJC, pumping out a bunch of good articles for y'all. Previews. Also, the ones that I like the most is Run It Back, where they break down what happened in the previous game. Either it's a win or a loss. They break it down well. Also play by play and player ratings. One of my favorite there. That's Run It Back. So shout out to those homies, Scott, Football Critic, and JC. Let's get into the pod, y'all. Austin FC announced the signing of Aleksandar Radovanovic. Radovanovic. I hope I'm saying that right. New center back. He is 29 years old, 6'2", Serbian citizenship. He's left-footed. Mentioned he's a CB already. We're getting him from the Belgian league, top flight Belgium league. He was scouted by Lechia Warsaw in July of 2022, and there's an article linking him to the Columbus Crew as well. It's important to know just some club history stuff here. From 2010 to 2015 is when he started his career at Makva Sabak. 65 appearances, 3 goals. From 2015 to 2016, he played in OFK Belgrade. 15 appearances, no goals. 16 to 18, he played in Spartak Subotica. 45 appearances and 5 goals. In 2018, quick spell to Vojvodina. 11 appearances, 1 goal. From 2018 to 2021, he played in a team that maybe more people would be familiar with, Lens. They're from League, if I'm not mistaken, or they got promotion with him in Lens. He had 33 appearances and 2 goals. He in 2019 seems like he went to Lens 2, where he had 1 appearance, so it's probably just maybe a little punishment here or
Yeah.
there. 2021, he signed to Korczink, the team where we got him from. He 44 appearances, no goals there. And 2023, Wikipedia now has him listed as Austin FC lone player. Real quick, before I get to your take on him, I got a quote here from Sean Rubia, the interim sporting director. He said, Alexander is an experienced left-footed center back who will bring quality and depth to the team's defensive options. Said Austin FC interim sporting director Sean Rubio. This is from the Austin FC website. We look forward to welcoming him to the club and to the city. What are your thoughts on the new center back that Austin FC brought into the club, B?
First of all, I mean, this game when we saw Precourt tweet that green smoke, it was to me it was a way surprise. It caught me off guard. This came out of nowhere, in my opinion. And the time that was blowing up because we all knew what position we needed. So we kind of knew that maybe we could have, if Picord in the club was needing a center back, we were going to get a center back, bro. And we were correct in assuming that because we desperately need one. Leo is going on international duty, and, we're left with essentially no center backs. So, yeah, it turned out to be him. I guess, he hasn't been playing. We'll get into some of those issues on why. But as far as overall thoughts on him, I'm excited because we do need a center back badly. So I'm glad that we got one to come in. I want him to come in as soon as possible, as quickly as he can to get into the country, as soon as possible to get acclimated with the squad and get a training session in. And, we just need him badly. Colorado's coming in quick. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't seem like it, but we do need him badly. We really do. Yeah, I mean, excited because we do need him badly. Excited because he's another European center back. We got Leo. We got Gaberson from Europe. So, so far the center backs coming from Europe for us have been doing great. Yeah, I'm excited, man. My main priority is to get him as fast in the team, as acclimated as possible, so he can get on the pitch for us, bro. Because in my opinion, I think as soon as he's available, as soon as he can, he's gonna go straight into the starting 11, bro. I think him and Leo are gonna be partnered up. As soon as Wolf thinks he's ready to do it, he's gonna jump right into the starting 11 and free up Alex Ring, in my opinion.
We'll see. We'll see. Just a bit more info here on Aleksandar. Right here it says Radovanovic. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm going to get it right. A 29-year-old defender who plays primarily as a center back, holds Serbian citizenship, and began his career with his hometown club, Makva Sabak, in 2010. From 2015 to 2018, he had stints at Serbian Superliga clubs, OFK Belgrade, Spartak Subotica, and Vojvodina, as we mentioned earlier, scoring 6 goals across 70 total appearances in the league. In 2018, Radovanovic joined French side Lens, as mentioned before, then competing in League 2. He made 37 total appearances for Lens between 2018 and 2021, scoring 2 goals and helping the team earn promotion to League 1 in 2020. So with more info there, Eric, I want to get your take on this guy, man. I mean, a lot of Austin FC fans were blindsided by it. The only bit of information that I had received here underground underneath the table was the fact that it was going to either be a center back, but it could even be a midfielder. Even the source was unsure about this signing. So definitely, just like B said, it did come out of nowhere. The green smoke came out of nowhere, but a position that the club definitely needed, and a lot of fans had guessed it. Center back, center back, center back. So what are your thoughts on this guy, man? He obviously joins Austin FC on a very short loan deal until June only. We're going to talk about that, but what are your thoughts on him, man? Obviously, it can't be too much on this guy that we know. So go ahead, mate.
I saw some highlights of him. He, to me, looks like an average, decent player. He has qualities that Leo has. He likes to find that through ball in the air. He likes to switch the ball side to side. He loves a good tackle. But Austin FC needs a center back. I think Austin FC will take whatever they can get in the center back department. So hopefully he works out. Hopefully he's not like a Tadic. Everybody, I thought he was going to be a great defender off of his highlights. And no, that wasn't what we got. We got an embarrassing show from him. But I think he's gonna slot in very good. I hope. I don't want to eat my words, but I hope.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Definitely, there was some similarities in the highlights. When I was watching his highlights, I couldn't help but think, like, wow, this guy's very similar to Tadic. Also thinking in the same way, I was like, wow, this guy's very similar to Leo. And at the same time, I was thinking, wow, this guy's very similar to Ruben. They have similarities, which makes me think that the coaching staff, the scouting team, they have a profile. They have a certain player that they're after. And we had it with Ruben. Things happened. He had to go back to his hometown club. We all saw that. But this guy, I'm not going to say that he's going to be exactly just like Ruben Gabrielson, but the similarities are there. You know what I mean? They're very good with long balls. They're comfortable with sending those passes deep downfield. We saw Leo set up Juicy for an amazing goal early on this season in the MLS. And in this guy's highlights, Alex highlights, we see him putting in long balls. We see him going to ground confidently with some really good and rough slide tackles. There's been pictures that you can search up on him on Google of him kind of bloody playing, which tells me that he's a dog. Reminds me of like Sergio Ramos almost. And the fact that he's Serbian, I mean, it kind of gives a little bit of muscle to this back line. I mean, some people were saying that maybe the back line was a bit soft, that it wasn't 100%. Well, I mean, if you had this guy, maybe with his philosophy of center back and with his similarities with the players that I just mentioned, like Gabrielson, Leo, I think he could be an okay addition, maybe a great addition to this defense. Now, I'm not going to pretend here and sit here and tell you that I know everything about this guy and say that he's going to be great. But on the information that we have, on the highlights that you see, and really the kind of players that we see that Josh Wolf is after, I see things in this guy that we saw in Gabrielson and we see in Leo. So it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of player he ends up being for Austin FC. It is a very short loan deal, only 3 months with the option to buy. So I want to get your thoughts on that, B. Number one, I want to get your thoughts on the type of deal that this is. Austin FC doesn't have a good rep with loan deals. Corozo had a really bad time here. He was sent off, didn't really get a chance. And also the second thing that I want to ask you is, where does he fit? You said that once he's ready to go, he should be in the starting lineup, but let's try to compose a bit of a center back depth chart. But first, the first question, B.
Yeah.
What do you think of the short loan deal?
Well, I mean, with his situation and our situation, I think we just needed him. We just needed someone to come in ASAP, bro. We needed a center back ASAP, as soon as possible. That was our situation. And then what it looks like with his situation, he wants to play. So I'm not too critical of the loan deal. I think the loan deal would be the move to get it done quicker. I think the loan deal would be best case for the player, the club that signed to him, and us. If we can get a loan deal going, he'll be able to come in quick, get this done quick, come and play, and then we'll talk about it. It's almost like, a rapid release type of deal, which I agree. I understand the circumstances. And on your other point, it's like no one's saying here that, this is going to be our next big guy, or this is going to be another Gabrielson, or this is going to be another Leo, or this and that. I think us Austin FC fans, they're looking at this as like we needed a center back, and I think that's dictating everybody's takes, I guess. Yeah, I mean, no one's saying that he's going to be the next big deal. Hopefully he plays great for us. But I think as far as like you mentioned, our depth chart, as far as our center back, I think we wouldn't be doing this. It just seems out of the ordinary. Like I said, emergency signing vibes. We needed him. So I don't think we'd be getting this guy if he wasn't at least worthy of our starting 11, in my opinion. So like I said before, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, I have a feeling that he's going to jump right into our starting 11, bro. I think as soon as he's available, I think he'll be right in next to Leo. I'm just. It doesn't make any sense that we get him, bro, and he just rides the bench. Ring still does the center back, and he goes back to Belgium. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. That's why I say that this loan deal, I think he wants to play. I think we need a center back, so I think he's gonna come in, and as soon as he's available, which I hope it's as soon as possible, he slots right in next to Leo when he comes back. And if he's not back then he'll slot in right next to Ring. And that's why I think it's gonna happen, bro. And I'm not saying he's the next big. He's not another Gabrielson, but as far as what we have, I think his quality, I think, rises up above. Maybe him and Julio can have a little. Julio's out. His contract ends right around his loan spell ends right around where time Julio could be fit. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's up to him, man. How he likes it here, how he performs. If he does well, if he likes it here, then maybe we'll sign him. But we'll see. First things first is we need a center back on that pitch.
I do want to say this, B. Whenever I had first learned of the official player, that it was going to be Alec signing on loan for Austin FC, I was a bit, I had tweeted this the night before. I said, Austin FC fans, calm down and be realistic. And when I had learned of the official news, I was like, okay, this guy, we don't really know of him. Belgian league, just the usual, oh, this guy's not going to be great. But then you really have to think about these signings, and you have to think of how, what I mentioned earlier, of what Josh Wolf, maybe Claudio Reyna, if he's still making some choices, Sean Rubio, Manuel Junco, the chief scout, what they're after, mate. Yeah. And whenever Ruben Gabrielson arrived at Austin FC, you remember clearly there was fans saying, who is this guy? Where is he coming from? The French second division? Who is this guy? And when Ruben left, I mean, you had fans saying, Ruben, come back. Ruben, please come back.
It hurt us.
It's just a bit of a testament going to the fact that just because we're getting this guy from a maybe a not super competitive Europe, EPL kind of league. You're getting him from the top flight Belgium league, but you also have to take it into consideration that Ruben Gabrielson came from a very similar league, very similar situation, I guess you could say, and he shined for Austin FC. He
Yeah,
absolutely shined, mate.
for sure, for sure. I mean, yeah, people are going to bring up the Tarek thing. He comes from Europe as well, but I think it's a different situation. The Belgium league is, I think it's a pretty competitive league. So is the French. The French league, it's Farmers League or whatever, but the club he did play with earned promotion. So
Yes.
you know what I mean. So that to me, that's good signs. Him playing in the Belgium league is good signs. There's you might have some information we can get to later about the reason why he hasn't played, and
we're gonna get into that next.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But to me, this guy seems hungry. This guy seems like he wants to play, and we're a club that is in desperate need of a center back. So to me, it's a perfect match, regardless of his quality, bro. I mean, we're gonna find out about his quality. We're gonna see if he's MLS worthy center back. We will see. But I think that he knows the challenge. If a challenge to him, I think he knows that he's gonna have to show out, not only for himself but for his parent club, for the fans over there that hasn't seen him play, and make an impact, because it seems to me that he's hungry, bro.
Definitely, mate. It seems to me like this is a guy that wants to be on the pitch. I guess we can get into that next, mate. Eric, you have anything you want to add on this signing before we get into the next topic? And also maybe where he's going to slot in? I mean, B has him starting as soon as he's ready. I mean, he's jumping over Tarek, jumping over Kip Keller, right next to Leo whenever he's ready. I mean, we're thinking that this is going to free ring and allow him to push up and help in the midfield. That's what we're thinking right now. But, I mean, Eric, you've seen Austin FC center back crisis right now. Do you agree with B that he is an instant starter whenever he slots in? I mean, really?
I can see B's point. Maybe. I mean, in the Colorado game, international duties, he's gonna have to slot in real quick, or it could be Keller. We don't know. It's beautiful how it's just like a what if. It could have happened, and maybe I think yes. He's going to slot in this weekend against Colorado.
Important to know that Leo Väisänen will not be available for that Colorado game. So we're going to have to put two guys in that center back spot. Alex Ringwald will definitely probably be one of them. So who's going to partner up next to Alex? I highly doubt that the new signing is ready to go. I don't know if he's in the country. Honestly, he might be. He might have shot some promos with Austin FC photographers yesterday.
AP needs to take that private jet over there ASAP.
I don't even think he's in the country, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. Because
I don't even think so.
What I'm thinking is, if it seems like he's not going to be ready. I mean, you're right. It's a long shot. I mean, unless AP takes that PJ right away, brings him right back.
Primo the pilot.
We'll see. But to me, if Kip does start with Ring at the back on Colorado and plays well, then we'll have more of a question, bro. Like, okay, Kip did well. Like, we'll see. We'll see. But if Kip doesn't do as well as we would want him to do, then I think my take stands as far as him coming right into that center back position, bro.
All right, man. Well, let's go into the next topic, bro. We got to talk about one of the things that Austin FC fans are mostly concerned about with this guy, and it's the fact that he hasn't played in 3 or 4 months with the first team. Now, that is a big concern. Obviously, fitness level is going to be something that we're going to be looking at whenever he does come to Austin FC, and that's one of the main reasons why I don't think will be ready to go for maybe at least a week or two, bro, because obviously Josh Wolf is a coach that demands a lot from his players. The position as center back under Josh Wolf does more than just defend. Like, they carry the ball up, they send balls forward. We've seen it with Ruben, with Leo, with Julio. It's time and time again that Josh Wolf gives them certain instructions, I guess you can say, and they do their thing, right? So we got to talk about this, man. So what I have here in front of me is just a list of different articles scattered around from the internet. Some of them I had to translate, so some stuff might be lost into translation. I'm not sure, but one of the main websites that I was using was wallfoot.be. They're one of the main sources for this, for these next couple of things that I'm going to state. but it pretty much is the fallout that Alec had with this coach at this club. It says he had a fallout with the coach at his current team after the World Cup break, which sent him to the B team for about 4 months. And then Josh Wolf comes into the picture. Austin FC picks him up on loan until June, as we've been stating, and with an option for purchase. Those are just my quick notes. But what I have here is, let's see, I'm gonna just read one quote, just a couple of them, and I'm gonna let y'all react to them. Now, this one I got it from that website that I mentioned, walfa.be. Is from July 26th of 2022. It says Aleksandar Radovanovic obviously no longer feels very well at KV, and he made it known on social networks. Last weekend, the 28-year-old Serbian showed his dissatisfaction with the situation at KV on social networks. He did so in several stories on Instagram where it read, quote, "Don't let your loyalty become slavery," end of quote. I'm sure that's a
Damn, what a
diss to the
bar,
club.
bro. Don't let your loyalty become slavery. Jeez, what a
He says that via his Instagram. It also goes on to say Radovanovic also let his supporters know via social media that he likes them and that they deserve much better than that. He also added that KV I'm just say KV treated him and his family badly. These are probably the visa problems encountered by his girlfriend when she moved to Belgium, according to the defender. He did not deserve this, and only animals are treated in this way. This is not the first time that the central defender has been noticed in this way in the past. He forced a transfer in a similar way to his former club in Lens. It keeps on going. Now, this is from July 30th of 2022. It says Alek Radovanovic wants to leave KV and seemed on his way to Lechia Warsaw, but that transfer jumped last minute, much to the club's dismay. The Serb expressed his frustrations rather explicitly on social media in recent days. However, he asks more understanding from the fans. Quote, he says, "I don't want more stress in my life." End of quote. Or sorry, "I don't want stress in my life anymore."
Damn, bro.
There. Now, I have just a little bit more stuff here, mate. Well, actually, B, I'll let you react to what you just said, and then I'll read some more after. Go ahead.
Oh, man, that's a lot to take in, bro. I mean, he straight up hasn't fallen out with the club. I mean, ever since the return of the World Cup break, it has been all downhill for him. There's two sides to the story, of course. We're hearing his. But one thing's for certain, he is not in good standing with his club, bro. He wants to play, so he's desperate to get on the field somewhere. Like his bar right there. Don't let your loyalty be slavery. I mean, to him, I guess him being loyal to the club and just accepting the fact that he's just gonna be in the B squad to him is really messing with him. And I hope he carries that onto the pitch over here, man, because I hope he comes in with a bit of a hunger, a bit of fire to him, a bit of something to prove to his club, and to show the fans over there that he's not just some guy to just be pushed around like that. I don't really know exactly too much. You kind of went in on a lot of stuff there on his side, and it's unfortunate. It seems like he hasn't been happy in a minute, bro. Like as far as his family life, his girlfriend, the club, and everything. And man, I'm really hoping he comes into us and can really find his game and really get his form going again. And to me, I think that benefits us because he's gonna come into this squad. He's gonna see Q2, the fans. He's gonna see all this, and I think it's gonna get to him, and hopefully he performs well. He likes it here. We can start thinking long term. So it seems like he's hungry, bro. To me, if that was me, bro, hearing all this stuff, to me, it's like, man, let's get it, bro. Let's get it. Let's play. Let me show what I got, what I can do. Let me prove everybody wrong as far as my club, and let me show the fans that I'm not just some player to be pushed around.
Now, Eric, I want to get your reaction to what the coach had to say to these statements, to these Instagram posts. B says that they're bars. Well, the coach did not think that they were bars.
No.
The coach, his name is Bernd Stork. He's a German coach. I looked into him here in a bit. I could let you know some facts about him. But the quote that he put out, this is from December 9th of 2022. He says, he put himself above the club. First, he did not come for a week and communicated via his agent. And the club had problems with him before when he also wanted to leave. I found it to be a total lack of respect for the new coach. This is not a way of acting. We cannot work together. After that, Buddy was sent to the B team, but not only him, it was like two other guys that were just thrown to the dungeon, mate. To the B team it was. Let's see. Also, we have. Nope, that's about it from the coach. So, Eric, what are your thoughts on what was the quotes that were read for B to react on, and also the response from this coach? Go ahead, mate.
I think everything that I'm hearing gives me Ronaldo United vibes.
Oh my days, mate. Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go
Kind of,
ahead.
like, what do you
Go
mean?
ahead, mate. Go ahead.
It
Go
does.
ahead.
It does. Lack of playing time,
Okay.
negative against the coach, this and that. Let him cook, let him play, let him prove it. Well, he went to Saudi, and we got this Alec center back going to Austin. Ronaldo shine. Alec is gonna shine. It's gonna be beautiful. But my personal take on the coach, childish, immature.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, it's super bad situation, bro. I mean, picture yourself in that situation, Eric. I mean, I would want to get the hell out of there, bro. Honestly,
Well,
and it seems like his tactic. I mean, look, I'm sure this isn't just one way, bro. Like, I'm sure he did certain things. He obviously did something to piss off the coach and the management in this club, like disrespected, they said, and
I think that there's more to it, mate.
there's
I think
more
there's more
to
to
this,
it. I
bro.
think
I
there's
think
more to it.
it just, I think it's stubbornness, maybe with him. Maybe he did disrespect the club, and maybe he didn't take it as serious, and they're just kind of flexing their ego, like, nah, no one's bigger than this club. I don't care who you are. We're gonna punish you, and he's like, all right, well then the punishment is getting out of hand. Like, so it just seems bad, bro. It seems bad, and to like I said earlier, I think this is gonna help us, bro, because I think he's gonna come into Austin with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, man.
We have some more stuff here. Aleksandar Radovanovic, I think that's the best I've said it. Aleksandar Radovanovic,
Okay.
29, has been part of KV's B Corps for almost 3 months. He did not return in time after the World Cup international break. Unacceptable behavior for the coach. Now, this is a quote from Alec. He says, quote, I never spoke to the new coach. Why hasn't he spoken to me yet? I think it's a shame. Maybe he doesn't have the right to speak to me. His arrival was necessary for the club. He has changed some things that will be beneficial for the club. And then this is also from the same website. It says that he had offers from several teams, and this is Alec quote saying, "I had a good offer from Zulte Waregem, but KV didn't want me to go to their big rivals. But why was Timothy Dergic allowed to leave for SEV last winter? If I am persona non grata here, better go to a place where I can play. I even suggested to them not to play the Derby KV, not to play in the Derby. KV Ostindin also made a nice offer, but for the same reason, I was not allowed to join them either. I also refused an offer from the Russian club Kimiki." Now, this is where it gets interesting. When I read this quote, it just turned something on in my brain. It was like, wait a second. He goes on to say, I did not want to go to Russia for 5 months and then have to come back to Belgium. I absolutely respect the club's decisions, manager's choices, but when offers are rejected for a player who the club doesn't need anyway and who's in the B team, it jeopardizes my career. End of quote. Now, why did I say that quote stuck out to me? Well, if this loan deal doesn't work out, Buddy just came to the United States for 3 months and he's going back to Belgium. So does that kind of sound alarm bells in your head that this is a transfer that's gonna happen after the loan deal is over?
Um,
Because I mean, the guy obviously must have been told like, "Hey, you come to Austin, we'll buy you, dude." Because if he seems fed up of going to Russia for 5 months, imagine flying overseas to the United States for 3 months. You don't think that would be an issue with him too?
well, with everything that's going on in Russia, I think,
Very
I
good point.
wouldn't, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
good
want
point.
to go there for a month, but,
That's a good point.
to
That's a good point.
your, you know, I, I wouldn't necessarily say that Austin is gonna just like already have made up their mind that they're gonna purchase this guy. Um, with everything going on with this club right now in Belgium, maybe things after him being away and showing his quality, maybe things can get fixed with time and being away. He's obviously extremely concerned about his career, bro. Like, he's talking about his career. He wants to play. Not offers were coming in that for players that maybe teams that don't need him necessarily, and he's in a B squad. So he's obviously extremely concerned about his career, bro. And And I think the whole buying thing, the whole I'm gonna spend 3 months here, come back, though they're there. I think that is secondary. I think primary for both sides, for him and for the club, it's to get on the field and have a consistent run of games, bro. I think that is the most important thing. And then we could talk about maybe purchases and flying 3 months there and flying 1 month here and what am I gonna do? I think the main concern in him, in his is his career. He wants to showcase his talent. And for us, we need a center back badly. So I think it works out perfectly. And I think that the rest will fall in line once he gets a good set of games. Like I said earlier, I would be extremely surprised that if he comes in and just rides the bench for us and comes in here and there, I would be extremely shocked. I don't think that's gonna happen, but yeah.
Mate, I would love to know what Bali thinks about this new signing right now. But my G is chilling.
Where's he at?
I don't know. I think he's in his
Nah.
chamber right now. I think he's in his
texted him, he
chamber.
fucking left me on red, bro.
What a friend.
This
What a
guy.
guy. I have one more bit of piece here from on Alec right here that I'm gonna just read real quick. This is on the supporters. Just one of the last things that we'll say before we go on to the Austin FC2 game coming up. It says, "I love our supporters. However, now I often get blamed from them. For example, that I'm a clown because I don't want to play for this club anymore and so on. They don't know anything about the situation in which I am and the way that KVK treats me," concluded Randovic, who could soon join the MLS and the Columbus Crew. That was before the Austin FC stuff. But yeah, boys, I think B is spot on his take where he says that this is a guy, it sounds like he wants to play. I think that Josh Wolf might, if he plays his cards right, he'll get a guy that will be a soldier for him because he's going to be very thankful for him to getting him out of this current situation that he's in, and which is going to be motivation, and it's going to be like a push for him to step it up and earn his position in the starting 11. Or he could be completely uninterested at all, and he could just come over here to collect a paycheck 100%.
Dude, I don't see that happening, bro. I mean, once he comes in, a home game at Q2 Stadium, he walks out that tunnel. He sees Los Verdes, he sees the supporters, he sees the atmosphere, the beautiful pitch, the stadium, and how competitive this club wants to be. Maybe he can stay, but that's for later. We need him now. We need him ASAP. We need him in the country. We need him acclimated, and we need him on the pitch.
I couldn't agree more, mate. Right here in front of me, real quick, I got his FIFA card. He's a silver card player, 70 rating, 41 pace, 49 dribble, 70 defending, 77 physical, and 49 pass rating. Not bad.
Not bad. You know, I don't have silver players in my team, but not bad.
Not bad, man. Not bad. Boys, real quick, let's talk about the Austin FC2 team. That's the Austin FC2 game that's coming up. I'm sorry, on Friday. They will play the Houston Dynamo Dos team, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to be very fun to go watch. I'm going to be there. B's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about the talent that is on this team, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Like this team has incredibly talented kids. I mean, you got De Anda, you got Irvin Torres, and those are just guys that we've been used to from the academy. They brought in serious talent. I mean, Bobosi got a call up to Uganda. Big ups to him. He is he's not gonna be here for that game, but he's just one of the many talented players that are on here. You got Sebastian Pinot, that we got the Chilean player. You have many players on this team, but you got Chicture, Eric Lopez, the goalie that we got is very talented as well. Hopefully we can see Damian Las get some minutes, Alejandro Ocampo, Valentin Noel. I mean, it's gonna be very fun, and I'm very excited to see these guys finally get on the pitch for a competitive game. I saw them versus Roots. They were originally supposed to play Dynamo, but the game got canceled and they played Roots, and it was really fun to see them kick the ball around. But their season officially starts this Friday. So, B, I want to get your take on really your emotion going into this game and maybe your expectations.
Yeah, you know, like you said, I'm also very excited to see the talent on the squad. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're a little bit more familiar with this team. I'm not so much, but I want to be. And by doing so, I think I'm going to be going to quite a few of these games. I honestly, even better, I live pretty close to the Palmer Field, so for me to go to those games, you know, it'll be pretty simple. You know, so I'm going to try to catch as many games as I can. I will be there on Friday, me and H, and I'm excited to see the talent. I want to see who's the talisman. I want to see who are the main guys. Honestly, I mean, you might know this, but I don't know how this. When Austin FC2 was announced, and a lot of fans might think this, and pardon me for not knowing it. Maybe I should be knowing this, but I don't know how the talent like promotion works. Like, can an Austin FC2 player essentially maybe make the first team, or maybe the quality isn't there to maybe on rare occasions that could happen. But either way, I'm excited for Austin FC to build a secondary pool of talent, and as far as expectations, it's hard to say, bro. It's really hard to say. You know, this club identity, they want to be competitive 100%. But it's really hard to say. I couldn't tell you. I would like to watch a couple games in and see where we're at. But definitely excited. Los Verdes are going to be there. I think there's going to be some tailgates. Some familiar faces are going to be there. I've seen RV probably going to be there. Kako, all the boys and stuff. And so I'm excited. I think we're going to pack that little Palmer Stadium, man. A little, what's it called? Palmer Fields?
Palmer Field.
So,
something like that.
So yeah, man. Yeah,
something cheeky like that. Now, real quick, I got the home schedule in front of me right now in the away.
Cool.
It's up on the Austin FC website. Y'all can check it out. Austin FC2. And just to answer your question, be real quick, the Austin FC2 team is a pathway to get into the first team. Beautiful. So, but you do kind of have to make a choice, because once you sign to the Austin FC2 team, I don't think you can play for the first team. So, but if you're in the first team, I think you can play down and get some minutes, but you can't necessarily play up.
So you would have to like sign a whole new contract with Austin,
yeah, something like that.
So an Austin FC player can go down to 2
to get some minutes if they've been poor.
And then, but an Austin FC player, let's say they can't go up.
They can't go up because they're signed. Yeah.
Let's say they're killing it. Let's say they're scoring goals, and then we're desperately needing something. Is there any way we can make him come to the first? He would have to
I think they would have to get a new contract, bro, because I know that they can't play up once they sign that contract. But it's definitely,
to me, that sucks,
bro. MLS is full with wacky rules and regulations like that. This is definitely one of those topics that we would have to get into. Maybe drop a whole pod on it, bro. Straight up. We should even maybe have somebody that works with Austin FC2 team maybe come on the pod and talk to us.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah,
that'd be a dope idea, man.
For sure.
The home schedule, we got March 24th versus the Dynamo Dos at 8 p.m. Tickets are like $11, $12 after fees, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty cheap there. April 7th versus the Defiance at 7 p.m. April 12th versus North Texas, again at 7 p.m. April 18th versus St. Louis City 2, 7 p.m. That'll be a good one to check out. And then April 18th, just one more game I'll mention, is versus Minnesota United FC 2. That's at 8 p.m. Some notable away schedules just for the first couple ones. April 2nd, they go to Sporting Kansas City 2. They play at 3 p.m. April 23rd versus Galaxy 2 at 7 p.m. That'll be a good one. I've seen the Galaxy 2 play before a long time ago. And May 7th versus the Timbers 2 at 7 p.m. So make sure to show them support. Make sure to check them out. Shout out to my G Anthony De Anda. I've seen that kid play since he had barely got here with the U17 Academy, and ever since like the early days, bro, it caught my eye, mate. But Eric, will you join us Friday? Will you join us to the game, bro?
I'm gonna try. I want to
check out some talent. Bro.
I want to see the young lads. I don't really know a lot about the Austin FC 2 team, but I do love seeing young talent. I love, watching the youngsters grow and develop and, turn into men, basically. So, yeah. And,
That's one of my main big things, bro, on this too. Like, I feel a little bit attached to this Austin FC2 team because you have players like Irvin Torres and Anthony, which are guys that I identify myself with when I was younger. When I was 17, 16, 18, my dream was their dream. What they're living right now is what all of us want. We all wanted to be soccer players. We all wanted to make that dream. And they're honestly, man, they're such cool kids, bro. They're bros, bro. I mean, they're really cool guys, educated, and they're very dedicated to this sport. And the fact that they play here for Austin FC, I mean, it just gets me excited. Irvin Torres, by the way, one of our youngsters, bro, already got a call up to El Tri, not the big boys, but to the young ranks, to Mexico and U.S. men's national team, bro. He got both, bro.
Damn, big decision coming up.
Big decision coming up for him, definitely.
Yeah.
And he's going to be on display Friday. So if y'all want to check it out, Irvin Torres, Anthony De Anda, so many talented players, bro. This team is full of just young studs. We also got a lone player from Atlas, Alonso Ramirez, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, this team is the real deal, and they might be more exciting to watch than the first team this year, maybe.
Well, I hope they can get the dub, bro, because Austin FC couldn't at Houston, and I hope they can get it done here at home in Palmer Field. So
I'm all in Austin FC too, mate. Boys, is there anything you want to add on the Austin FC segment, mate?
excited for first a new center back to come in. Get him here ASAP. AP needs to fly that private jet over there and get him over here if possible. Yeah, I mean, we'll see everybody as you're listening to this. It'll be tomorrow, so hopefully we see everybody at Palmer Fields, man, and we can watch the game and enjoy the game together with everybody.
Hey, one thing I just have to say for Mr. Alexander is what happens in Belgium stays in Belgium, mate.
Keep
Come to
that
Austin,
shit over there.
clean slate, clean slate here. We're gonna back
Yes.
you. We're gonna support you. Our FO does great with visas and trying to get people acclimated to the city and adjusted well. So I think that we can really win this guy over. And to your point, B, I think you have the take of the night is that this guy is ready to play. And if we play our cards right, bro, Josh Wolf can get a warrior out of this guy.
Yeah,
Get a
wait till he
warrior.
sees the atmosphere at Q2 Stadium, man.
Yep,
I mean,
I
that
agree.
if that doesn't tie the bow, I mean, I don't know what will. So
Good point there, mate. Hey, boys, let's get into some European talk. Yeah, is that cool with you?
yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into some European chat. We got to talk about the Champions League. We left that out of the Sunday episode with Bali and Primo for this episode exactly. Now, we got some interesting draws in the Champions League, mate.
The
Eric,
draw was made, mate.
you predicted Madrid and Chelsea for the final. We got Madrid and Chelsea for the next round, mate. So that's a game that we're going to focus on. Obviously, it's a top flight derby. B, what was your reaction? And then we'll get Eric's. But what was your reaction to the draw, the news, when you saw it on your phone screen? Madrid, Chelsea.
I mean, I smiled, bro. This.
What?
I smiled because like this is a derby, bro, for us, for our group chat, for our friend base, um, for all the boys, Primo, Bali and everybody. It's a hyped match because of it's Chelsea and Madrid and I was meaning to look up the top flight record for all time Madrid Chelsea. I think Chelsea are up, bro. I think it's 2-1-1, 2 wins for Chelsea, a draw for and then a loss for Chelsea. So it's 2-1-1. I'll double check that, but yeah, man, I'm excited. I think our first top flight derby was Chelsea going through on the semifinals to go to the finals, I believe. And then last year the Benzema masterclass.
And Vini.
And
Vini
Vini,
masterclass.
coming back when Chelsea had it in the bag at 3-0, thinking it was done and wrapped in. We're going through. It didn't turn out to be, and they go through. So it's round 3, in my opinion, as far as top flight derbies go. So excited. I think Chelsea are turning a page. I think we're getting going. I know we drew against Everton at the weekend, but I think we're turning in the right direction finally. Madrid, obviously coming off the loss against Barcelona. We'll see. I'm hoping our form can get going by then, and hopefully Madrid can drop a point or here and two. But it doesn't, honestly, bro. Madrid could lose all the Liga games up into the game, and I would still not count them out. I've learned my lesson, bro. It doesn't matter. You never count Madrid out of the Champions League. This is their DNA. This is their
Correct.
competition. So honestly, even if y'all lose the La Liga games up to that game and y'all come down in shitty form, I still wouldn't be confident because it's Madrid's DNA, and I'm excited. I want to see a great game. These games are always great, bro. I mean, comebacks, back and forth goals, golazos, and I'm excited to see that again. Yeah, I'm excited.
I got some good stats for you here, B. I searched it up, the all-time record, Madrid Chelsea. Chelsea has won 4 games against Real Madrid. They've drawn twice and they've lost 1. The draw came in 1971 in a UEFA European Cup Winners' Cup. The score was 1-1. In May 21st, the same year, 1971, Chelsea beat Madrid 2-1 in the same in the same cup. We fast forward to 1998, where Chelsea beat Madrid 1-0 in a UEFA Super Cup. Fast forward to 2021, where Chelsea and Madrid drew 1-1 in the Champions League. Then Chelsea beat Real Madrid 2-0. I think Pulisic scored that game. Ramos and Varane were in the back line. They're not there no more. They lost against Madrid in 2022. You mentioned the Benzema masterclass 3-1. But then they came around and won at the Bernabeu 3-2. You remember that?
Yeah, that was when we were up 3-0. We had made the comeback and it was all yeah.
So Eric, let's get your take on the draw. Madrid drew Chelsea or Chelsea drew Madrid, whatever you want to say. B seems
Look,
maybe a bit too confident.
look, I'm not scared. I'm not like, I'm not. When I saw it, I wasn't like, no, like I would have got that reaction had we drew Bayern or City, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't know if you take that as disrespect. Take it how you want it. Had Chelsea played and drawn City or Bayern, I would be like, oh man, fuck, a little down. But we got Madrid, so I'm not, I'm also not extremely confident. I gave you all your respect, so I'm in the middle. It's a good game. Let's see a good game.
Go ahead, Eric.
I got robbed. My final got robbed. I predicted a
God.
final.
They're still on his final.
Yeah. I'm on my final. I'm getting this beforehand. And then and the form that we got, the players that are in right now.
Yeah.
Like B was saying, yeah, Madrid shows up in the Champions League, but so does Chelsea. Chelsea was in this like mid or worse form, and then they hit Dortmund, and then you saw the caliber that they have. They have the potential to destroy any team that they possibly can. They came back. They have that. I don't know. I feel like it's something that in them that ignites in the Champions League. And I'm not gonna say I'm scared, boy. What happened the previous years? We can't let Chelsea just ride the wave. You gotta be on them all the time because Chelsea will hurt you. And I've said this multiple times. Chelsea is the greatest team in London, and Chelsea can prove that, and they can back that. And it's scary.
Mate, hold on. What? They can't be the best team in London if they're not top of the league.
Mate,
they can't be the best team in London.
Mate, who's the last London club to win the Champions League?
And in the Europa League.
Who's the last London club to win the Premier League?
Chelsea.
Who's the last London club? I mean, come on, I can go on and on. Mate.
I get it, but that's in the past. We're talking about the best team in London right now, mate. It's only one team, and
we'll see.
They're the Gunners.
We'll see.
I mean, is this even an argument?
See,
is this really a topic of conversation?
This is not in the books yet. This is not in the books, bro. Arsenal could slip, and Chelsea could win the Champions League. Then what, bro? Then who's the best team in London, mate? So we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Interesting. Good point.
We gotta like live. I don't know what our schedule's looking, but we gotta either live stream it or go to Hop or something and
I
really
agree.
Enjoy this tie somehow. With the fans or whatever. Yeah.
I agree. We definitely need to do something for this tie. Now, real quick, some numbers that I have here. Real Madrid, 51% chance in favor of winning the tie at the Bernabeu on April 12th. 26%,
I like that too.
26% for it to go into extra time or a draw, and then Chelsea 23% chance of winning the game.
I like that we're at the Bernabeu first, bro. I really do.
It's not fair. It should be Bernabeu last, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that works, but I'm excited because I don't want to come into the Bernabeu with like a 1-0 lead or a 1-1 draw. I tell you that. So we'll see.
Now, the second leg, the return leg, Chelsea-Madrid, April 18th. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Stamford Bridge. Is going to be very exciting. Some other notable Champions League fixtures that we have, just to touch up on them, Benfica-Inter, Man City-Bayern, and Milan-Napoli. That's going to be very, very interesting. Those games are going to be very fun to watch. Milan-Napoli, that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good one. The Bayern City, just two juggernauts, man.
Two teams I wanted to avoid.
Two teams that have wanted to avoid each other, bro. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a game. I hope que se den, back and forth. I want to see them go at it.
Slugfest.
Pep's return to Bayern. So, yeah, I mean, also, we could talk about a little bit of the bracket, the way it's planning out. I mean, you got Madrid, Chelsea, City, and Bayern on one side. So the winner of Madrid, Chelsea play the winner of City, Bayern. I mean, come on, like. On the other side, you got AC Milan, Napoli, Inter, Benfica. The winners play each other. Potential for a extremely high potential for a Serie A finalist, most likely, in my opinion. And there's also potential for a Milan derby in the semifinal, which I'm like, wow, Napoli. I wouldn't count Napoli out, bro. I mean, Napoli, in my opinion, on that side of the bracket, are favorites to go all the way, in my opinion. So, but if somehow AC Milan can do it, Inter to get it away, a Milan derby in the Champions League, both games played in the
culture needs it.
Come on, bro. What a game that would be. But yeah, that's
the culture needs it, mate. The culture needs it. Eric, what are your thoughts on the possible Milan derby that B just described for the semifinals of a Champions League? I mean, how long has it been since the San Siro has seen two teams like that go at it in such a enormous stage, bro, such a prestigious stage. I mean, the Champions League is the pinnacle of European football, and Serie A has such rich history. Many great players have gone through that league. But when we're talking about AC Milan, and when we're talking about Inter Milan, and we're talking about the derby that they play, I mean, this game is on another level, mate. But in the semifinal of a Champions League, I mean, the internet's gonna go mad. But
Yeah.
things have to happen. Things have to
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. Napoli. I mean,
Go ahead, mate.
I mean, it's been like what 05, 06, the last time that both
I
Milan
think so,
teams
yeah.
were in the Champions League, like knockout stage like that. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time that a Serie A team won it was Inter with Schneider and all those guys and Milito. What a great run, and that was Jose Mourinho's team.
Yeah, that was a treble.
Big ups.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. I for sure see with how the bracket is placed. I'm for sure gonna see Napoli. I'm gonna see Osimhen in the final before he comes to Manchester United in the summer. We get it. Blah blah blah. He's gonna go. He's gonna be in the final. He's not
gonna come to Chelsea, mate.
He's coming to United, mate. So
Kane's going to United.
No, I don't want Kane. Kane can stay at Spurs. He can go to Chelsea. So yeah, I think that like how B was saying, he was scared of like or not scared, but like he didn't want the Bayerns or the Man Cities. Well, I have to ask you a question, mate. What's gonna happen if you beat Madrid? If they beat Madrid, and then you got to face one of those teams in the semifinals, a City or a Bayern, like is there went to the final?
That's gonna be tough, but I think Chelsea, bro. Chelsea only win the Champions League when they have a new coach, bro. Whenever they got a second coach and they bring one in mid-season, they win the Champions League, bro. They did it with I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, bro. In 2012. There you go. In 2012, they did it with Tuchel, and now Potter's in mid-season, and so shit. I don't know. You tell me. These players are new. We essentially bought a new squad of players, bro. So they're not really familiar with each other like that, like tight, bored of each other. So all that coming in, Potter, the form that we were in, it just kind of like a perfect storm of just we might be able to pull through. But I mean, I'm not even thinking about that right now, bro. I mean, Madrid, we got to get through Madrid first. And you're right. I mean, our side, the Madrid side, the Chelsea, the City, Bayern side is the toughest side, bro. I mean, like, and then potentially you got Napoli in the final, which is like for them, bro. I mean, come on, when are they going to be in the Champions League final ever again? Like, potentially, with these clubs, especially in Serie A, you're talking about Osimhen going to Premier League, losing their players, getting bought out, like. The cycle for these clubs or AC Milans, the Inters, the Benficas, like as soon as they have a nice squad, they get bought out. They go to United, they go to Chelsea, Madrid, they go to wherever. So they cycle again. So that adds another layer for Napoli. I mean, Napoli could win the Serie A and the Champions League. I mean, come on, like a part of me, the football part of me, almost kind of sees that like, damn, that's a good story. If Chelsea can't make it through all the way, I'm rooting for that side. I'm rooting for that side of the bracket for sure.
A couple more notes here on the Chelsea Real Madrid thing. I know we kind of already went over it, but I saw right now on Twitter that Todd Bowley apparently liked the tweet of Kessie's goal against Real Madrid. So already spicing things up.
That's Todd Bowley.
Fans on Twitter are very excited, but also some of them are fed up with this fixture. It's always a good game whenever Chelsea plays Real. I mean, we saw some crazy comebacks, and then Pulisic scored his goal. I mean, it was both of those times the games have been really, really good. So
and both of those times when Chelsea won, they won the Champions League. Madrid won, they won the Champions League. So I mean, we're looking at, you know what I mean?
Interesting there.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Now, we showed love to the Champions League. I want to show some love to the Europa League. I know. It's a little
why?
It's a little Mickey Mouse Cup.
Why?
That's apparently what Bobby said.
Oh, United's in there. Oh,
United is in it.
That's why, bro. I forgot.
They play April 13th. They play April 13th against Sevilla. at 2 p.m. Now, if they don't beat Sevilla, they're not beating anybody. Eric, what are your thoughts on this match coming up, mate? I mean, it's y'all's quarterfinal, leg 1 of 2. Y'all play at Old Trafford first, mate. What's your feeling going into this game?
Confident, but I'm not gonna get too confident. I mean, if they would have had Scaloni, I would have been happy. But they just sacked him.
No, not Scaloni, Sampaoli.
Oh, there you go.
They
Sorry.
just sacked him. They just sacked him.
They just sacked him, and now I'm a little bit like, ooh, what's gonna come? Because I know Sevilla's really low in like they're like a relegation battle. So I'm like, oh, that's easy money.
But this is their competition, mate. Isn't Sevilla won it? I think, or was it Villarreal that I'm
Sevilla,
about?
both.
I mean, this is their competition, mate. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Eric, have you never heard of the new manager bounce?
Yeah, I think that's.
Have you never heard about that? Whenever clubs get a new manager, they put a pip in their step, mate. The new manager bounce is a real thing.
They want to show out for the new gaffer.
Yep. And if you were gonna sack the coach, you gotta sack him before this important fixture against Man United to get the boys riled up for the new coach coming in, bro. So go ahead, Eric. You can finish up your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm scared of. Not scared, but like that's what's in the back of my head. Like they got the new coach. Now it ain't all easy, you know. It's not an easy road now. And I gotta be worried about what's gonna happen now. I think we're gonna go through. Like I said always multiple times, a lot of games for United, not enough depth. It's kind of scary. We saw it against Fulham. We honestly shouldn't have passed, but we did. Luckily, thank you, Mitrovic. Thank you, Willian. Ex-Chelsea player, by the way. Thank you. That's why I love Chelsea. But I mean, I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna beat them. I mean, I hope that the La Liga keeps beating them down, and then we can just go to. Then we got Juventus
Juve too, potentially Juve or Sporting.
Yep.
So I wanted to touch up on like United up until the 7-0 defeat by Liverpool. They were fighting on all fronts, bro. They had just won the Carabao Cup. They're in the FA Cup semifinals, potentially pushing for a Premier League race, and now they're in the Europa League, and you know they're fighting on all fronts, bro. So I think they're firing on all cylinders, in my opinion. I think Ten Hag's got them going. That defeat kind of pushed them out of the Premier League, so maybe they don't have to really too focus on the Premier League and can push for the Europa League. So we'll see, bro. I want to see United Juve semifinal. I mean, that would be interesting.
That'd be very interesting, bro. Right here, I have the Europa League bracket in front of me. Obviously, Man United plays Sevilla. B just mentioned Juventus plays Sporting. They're on Man United's side of the bracket, so that could be a very tricky semifinal for them. On the other side, we had Bayern Leverkusen versus, I don't recognize that logo, and they don't have the team name on it.
USG.
USG, thank you, B. And then we have Feyenoord versus Roma, Mourinho's Roma. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what teams are going to get to the final. If we can, right now, let's predict the final. Just for goofs, just like you said, B. Goofs. Just
United Roma.
That's what I was about to say, mate. United Roma. I agree. United Roma. Eric, why is it going to be Juventus Roma?
Juventus Roma. You want to see Pogba against Mourinho again?
Oh. Go ahead, mate.
I think I don't know, man. I could see Juventus Roma. I could see United Roma, Juventus. I don't know. Both of them are intriguing to me, you know. Obviously, because the Pogba Mourinho, but then you also got Jose Mourinho's former team was Man United. The last time that United won the Europa League was with Jose Mourinho, so that would be a beautiful game. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways for this final to go. It's going to be an intriguing final, but I feel like my main priority is like step by step, game by game. And if we get knocked out, then we got to go fourth place.
You're getting roasted.
Yeah,
you're getting roasted heavy by me.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I just think if they don't win it, I'm not going to be sad. A lot of games, a lot of injuries. Not enough players, top 4, because the Premier League has to be the main priority. If it ain't in Europa, it has to be top 4. Because we need to be back in the Champions League. You know, we got to get that table. We've been outside in the parking lot. We need to come back. You know, we went outside for a smoke. Now we need to come back and take our
they left y'all. They didn't let you come back in. You went outside for a smoke. They said, nah, bro.
They said, nah, man, get back. Nah, man, get back, get back. Boys, is there anything we want to add on the Europa or the Champions League, mate?
Excited. Always excited, man. A lot of football in the world, man. Europa League, Champions League. I mean, we could even go as far as to talk about the Conference League, but there's a lot of football, man. International break. Just because it has the word break in it doesn't mean it's a break. Nation League's coming up. A lot of stuff going on. So,
Break? What
yeah,
break?
ain't no breaks.
The MLS has no break, mate.
Ain't no
No
breaks,
break
brother.
for the MLS. Ain't no break. Boys, we do got to note some international break fixtures. Just like B mentioned, it really is no break. We have international duty for some boys in Austin FC, like Leo Väisänen. Owen Wolf is going to join his team, and also Bobosi. He is with Uganda. He got his call up. But tomorrow at 2:45 p.m., Finland plays Denmark for the UEFA Euro qualifiers. This is match day 1 of 10. They're in Group H. So we're going to see our boy Leo Väisänen square off against Denmark. It's going to be very exciting to see that. B, who did you say the U.S. men's national team played? Those are the big boys. The ones with
Granada?
money.
Granada, I believe. Granada, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to find out. I think Owen and the U.S. men's national team, they're going on some type of some kind of tournament or something like that. Let me see. It should be on the Austin FC website. But some other notable fixtures across Europe that we do want to mention is I saw England is going to be taking Italy. They're going to be taking on Italy tomorrow at 2:45. That's going to be a really good game, mate. Eric, what should we watch out for in that game? I mean, England probably coming into this game hot. They still got Gareth Southgate. So what should we expect from England? Because also Italy has something to prove. I mean, they've been out of the last 2 World Cups. They won the Euros, though, off of a penalty shootout against England. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this game gives us. What are your thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, they want revenge. They want revenge. They beat them in the Euros. They want revenge. They didn't come home and went to Rome. I think they're gonna want revenge, and it's gonna be an intriguing game. It's gonna be a good game. I might watch it or I might watch the highlights, but yeah, I'm gonna be on top. I have a question for you guys. Does the international break kind of scare you guys if Leo gets hurt for
sure, bro.
Because
Yes, bro, definitely.
he hates
Definitely.
international break because players get injured or other teams from smaller
Bro,
countries might want to go for them.
that's a great
FIFA
question.
virus.
Could you
FIFA virus.
imagine?
FIFA
Could
virus.
you imagine? We just got the center back, bro, to play next to him. And I mean, I don't even want to say it out loud, bro. I don't even want to say it out loud.
I didn't add it to the pod. I didn't add it to the pod notes because I don't want to talk about it.
I don't
bro.
even want
don't want to talk about it.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it, bro. I don't want to talk.
Oh my God, could you?
Eric, why are you making us go through this, Eric?
Hey, fair point though, fair point, but still, I don't even want to talk about it, bro.
On the Owen Wolf situation, I'm gonna bring up this note real quick from the Austin FC website. It says Austin FC midfielder Owen Wolf was named to the U.S. U20 men's youth national team roster for the program's upcoming training camp and international friendly matches against England, France, and Serbia, set to take place later this month in Spain. Big ups, Owen Wolf. Big ups, my G. Now on Bobosi, who also got his call up, which should be here on the Austin FC website as well. Or is it right here? Bobosi Biarwanga called up to Ugandan men's national team. The Federation of Uganda Football Association, FUFA, announced that Austin FC 2 midfielder Bobosi Biarwanga has been named to the Ugandan men's national team roster for the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations qualifying matches. Biarwanga will represent Uganda in a pair of games against Tanzania, first match on March 24th in Suez City, Egypt, then on March 28th in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So big ups to Bobosi, big ups to Owen, and Leo, please be safe. Please be safe. There was a photo that was shared on his Instagram earlier today of him throwing the thumbs up for the camera, dripped out in Finland gear. He looks like he's in good spirits. So we're gonna get him back in one piece, and boys, we're gonna carry on. We're gonna carry on. We're gonna carry on, B. Bali over there overreacting, so I don't know why I'm telling you.
We got a lot of we post some clips up with our pod at the weekend, and there's a lot of fans, a lot of debate, a lot of a lot of talk between me and Bali's differences, and I mean this is Bali, and he's not here today, but if you think that's bad, I mean, what we go through in the group chats, what we go through in person outside of this, we got to try to be respectful in front of the camera and bring y'all a good product. But when they're off, I mean, it's a different ball game. It's just that's our friendship. I've been knowing Bali for a while, and when we agree, and when we don't, we don't. So yeah.
Definitely, mate. Boys, is there anything we want to add on Austin FC or the European segment? Eric, I see you nodding.
I'm watching last weekend's pod. Just before Bali destroys me, I'm on Brian's team.
Hey, team Brian, bro. You're a Brian, bro.
It's two losses. It's too soon. Give the guys time. Let Austin FC flourish. So I'm on Team Brian.
Hell yeah. You heard that,
right.
Bali?
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. There were a lot of fans that took B side, but there were a lot of fans that took Bali side as well. A lot of people DM.
Bro, someone made a meme of me of that clown, bro. Like,
yeah,
it was hilarious, bro. Man. Shout out to homie, I forget his Twitter name.
It was funny.
But that was hilarious. Keep them coming. I mean, it is what it is. But to me, that was funny. I saved it on my phone. It was hilarious.
Multiple people sent it to you, right, B?
Yeah, bro. They were DMing like people that don't even know about Austin FC, just friends that I have on social media. They're like, did this guy just call you a clown, bro? Like, bro, it's long story. It's all love, like he said. It's all love. It was funny, so yeah.
It just means that fans are interacting with the pod, and that's what we want. Even if it's me making fun of one of our takes. I mean, somebody said that I had a quote unquote shit take, so I was like, hey, you know what? I'll take it in the chin, man. Take it in the chin, move on. Not everybody is gonna agree with our takes, and that's just what it is, mate.
But you can tell the difference between Bali supporters and you can tell.
Mate, Bali has an army. Bali has an army.
Oh, you don't think I don't know that, bro? I mean,
Bali
you
has
see my
army,
DMs,
mate.
Bro.
Bali said that somebody had DM'd him and told him to hit me next time that he's in the studio. Yeah, it's getting wild.
Yeah.
It's getting wild. Boys, I think this is a good place where we can end this midweek episode to see if we can get another one cranked out next week. We got some important things coming up this weekend. Friday, AustinFC2 plays against Houston 2. Saturday, we have a home match at Q2 Stadium against Colorado. The bounce back is coming. Sunday, recording Top Flight, and then Monday, you'll get that drop and do it all over again, mate. So, boys, thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you for listening, and we'll be back with more soon.